Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Leah Toshia. Excuse my massive lion hair that looks absolutely crazy, but that is what this video is going to be about today. I've been getting a lot of questions recently on my Instagram on how I do my hair and style it because I pretty much wear it about the same like all the time. I curl it with a flat iron and people always have questions. I do have another video just like this on my channel already, but it was from when I first started my channel and my hair was a lot shorter then. So I just thought I would do an updated version of this video. This video is not sponsored. I actually already used the Foxy Bay straightener before I was ever in contact with them. I bought it with my own money. They were nice enough to send me a new one, but this is the box that it comes in. Super cute. I love it for a few reasons. I love that the cord moves like this, because if you've ever had a straightener where the cord does not move with you, it gets so tangled. And then the best part about it is that you can choose the temperature. You can also lock the temperature in, so like as you're doing your hair, you're not accidentally turning it off or accidentally making the heat more or less just because you're like holding it. The straightener also comes with these two hair clips that are nice, and it also comes with this cute little bag, so if you're traveling you can protect it in here. Or another thing is you don't want to put your flat iron directly on your bathroom counter. I did that like in middle school or high school and my mom was pissed. But you can put this on your counter and then lay your straightener on top of that. They also were nice enough to send me these two products. This is the Cool AF Heat Protectant Spray. I always use a heat protectant. I have like 5 different ones in my cabinet, but I always use a heat protectant. And then also they sent me the Beach Please Sea Salt Texturizing Spray. I usually go in with dry shampoo even when my hair is clean, just to create that texture and that grit a little bit so that my hair is not flat. And then I do use a lot of different texturizing sprays. So I'm excited to use these. That's pretty much all of the information. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I do is spray all of my hair with a heat protectant. I'm pretty OCD about this, so I do spray my whole head and then I spray each section as I go again. I don't show that through this video, but I do that. And then I brush through all of my hair just to detangle it, and I use my wet brush so that I can prevent any type of damage or pulling on my hair. Then I'm gonna section it off. I usually section it into 4 sections. So this first one is just right above the ear, and then I just clip the rest back with this Foxy Bay clip. And then I bring all the hair to the front, and we're just gonna start from the bottom and work our way up that section. So what I do is I start at the root to straighten it, and then after about 3 or 4 inches, that's when I start to curl the hair. And to curl the hair, all I do is turn my wrist 1 or 2 times and pull down as I go. And then I stop a few inches before I reach the bottom of my hair, and then I flat iron the rest of it. So I'll do it again. You'll see it so many times in this video, it'll start to make sense. And then within each large section, I do section it off into littler pieces as you see me doing here. I'll take a chunk and then split that into 2, one in the front, one in the back, and then I curl each of those pieces before moving on to the next mini section. So again, I just start at the root, I flat iron the root, curl the middle section, and then flat iron the ends. And you don't want to keep the flat iron on your hair for too long, because that will damage your hair. So just make sure when you are turning the flat iron and curling that middle section that you are keeping the flat iron moving so that you're not holding the flat iron on one area of your hair for a long period of time. You'll see me sometimes hold it in place as I turn it with my wrist, but it's a very quick motion, so it shouldn't be too long that it's holding in one place. So it should be a smooth, quick, fluid motion. And you don't have to stop before you get to the ends and flat iron the ends. You can just pull the curl all the way through. I just personally like the look better. It looks more beachy and tousled and kind of messy when you keep the ends straight, in my opinion. So that's the look I typically go for. Sometimes I do pull the curl all the way through if I'm going for like a different vibe, but this is just what I do majority of the time. And you can do it either way with this same technique. Another thing I want you to notice is that I curl all the pieces towards the back. So none of the curls are ever going to be curled towards your face. You're always going to curl them all towards the back in the same direction. And if you're worried that the curl is going to end up in one large chunked curl because it is curled in one direction, if you use styling products like hairspray or texturizing spray or a sea salt spray, it shouldn't do that. That kind of helps keep it separated and in that messy tousled beachy look. that we're going for. I find that when it does chunk up and become that big, large chunk in one direction, that usually happens because your hair is too smooth and too like clean. So it just kind of forms one big curl. That's why it's really important to use styling products, because it'll keep it in that messy, separated, beachy look. And then as I go through, you'll see me brush the hair, so you can finger comb it and make sure those curls aren't too curled and they're more of a wave, or you can straight up brush through the curls. It's not going to mess it up in any way. Sometimes I use a brush, sometimes I use my hands, but again, we're not going for a super curled hair look. We're going for that like beachy wave look. So it's more of a bend in the hair, which is why we're not curling the hair from the root and all the way through the ends. We're straightening the root, curling the middle, and then straightening the ends. But yeah, it's pretty much the same exact thing for every single section from the bottom all the way up. The top section is a little bit more important because it is the top section. So when we get to that point, I'll slow it back down and explain how I do that. But I went ahead and sped through the rest of this section because it is the same thing that you've already seen.
Baby, I will show you how you can catch my vibe. And right away, got so much time looping in the blurry lights. Get in my way now, don't be shy. We'll be here dancing day and night. Get in my groove now, don't be shy. Cause I got this list of my favorite things. You could be the part where it all begins. You could be the first and the second and the third and the rest of it. You could be one of the things I love. Sunday morning breakfast with my bedroom door locked. I like everything that has a cherry on top. Get on my list of the things I love, love, love. You could be the one I trust. All the second chances say I'm nothing for us. I like it all with the cherry on top. Be one of the things I love. The things I love, the things I love, the things I love, 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 love. The things I love, the things I love.
So my camera overheated and I had to turn it off for a little while. So I just finished this layer here off camera, but I wanted to make sure to show you guys how I do the top layer, because I feel like the top layer is super important to like how it looks overall when you're done. So let's keep going. So for the last section, I'm going to split it into 3 parts, one in the back, and then I split it down the middle because I do a middle part. If you do a side part, you can do the same thing, but I personally usually do a middle part. So I do a back section because I do want that crown area to be more voluminous. So I straighten it upward to create more volume, and then I just curl it as normal. Doesn't matter which way you curl this piece, to be honest, because it's in the back. And then for the side sections, I do split it again into 2 sections just so I can make sure that these pieces are like perfect because they are on the top. But same thing, I straighten the root, curl the middle, and straighten the ends. The only difference with the top section is you don't want to curl it as much. So my hair is very long. So you saw before that those pieces were pretty curled. I turned the flat iron more to make those pieces curl because my hair is long. But these shorter pieces on the top, I just want to create like a bend. So instead of turning the flat iron so much, I just turn it either once or like not even all the way, just like a half turn, and pull through to create more of a bend as opposed to a curl, because you don't want the top section to be extremely curly. You want it to be more of a bend or a wave, if that makes sense. Especially those front pieces, you don't want it to be a full-on spiral curl. You really want that to be more of a bend. So I would say if you want to achieve this look and your hair is not as long as mine, or it's more like shoulder length or collarbone length, then try to avoid doing extra curly curls. Instead of doing what I did for the rest of my hair, do what I do for the top section, but for all of your hair. Hopefully that made sense, but now we're going to move on to what we do after we're done curling the hair with the flat iron. Okay, so the hair is pretty much done, but there are a few extra steps that I do after I heat style my hair. So like I mentioned before, I do like to go in with dry shampoo in my roots, even when my hair is clean, just to add some grit and texture to my roots so that it doesn't look flat throughout the day. So my favorite dry shampoo as of now is this Detox Clear Invisible Dry Shampoo by Dry Bar. The reason why I get this one is because my roots are dark, and this is the only dry shampoo I've ever used that is actually clear. So when it said clear invisible, I was like, okay, yeah, right. But it actually really does make a difference, because no matter how much I rub the other more white pigmented dry shampoos, you can always still kind of tell, but with this one, pretty much can't. So I'm just going to kind of at the temples, I just kind of part it here and I'll spray some there, not too much. And then I'll do another section right around here, spray some more, and then I'll do one more right at the top, kind of closer to where my part is, and put some there. But if you can tell, like this dry shampoo has not left any white cast, but the product is there. I don't know if you can tell, it's a slight difference, but see how this side, now that it has the dry shampoo, it's just a little fuller at the root than this side. I'm gonna do it the same thing to this side. And then just kind of rub it in. See how much fuller my hair looks when I add that dry shampoo? Like, it just adds that grit. Love it. After that, I do always add an oil to the ends of my hair. I've used an array of oils. I'm not too picky. If it's an oil, I will put it on my hair as long as it's not coconut oil. But right now I'm using the Unite U oil. It's an argan oil. I actually bought this from where I get my hair done. I get my hair done at the Mod Lab in Dallas. So if you go there or if you're in the Dallas area, the Unite products are bomb. I do like 2 pumps, which is probably too much, but I have a lot of hair. It's really long. I try to put it from like here down. So 2 pumps. And then I just comb it through all of my ends until there's no more oil on my hands. And then since there is some still on my hands, I just take it on the very ends and like really soak it, because these ends, honey, have been through a lot. And then the very last step is going to be a texturizing spray. Today we're going to use the Foxy Bae Beach Please Sea Salt Texturizing Spray. So with texturizing spray, I don't like to go crazy, but again, I like the volume, I like the grittiness. I know some people don't like that feeling in their hair, but I like all the texture. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of waterfall my hair like this and spray a little as we go. Here, I'm just going to let some down, spray it, and then kind of just tousle it a little bit. See how much better that side looks after you spray it than this side? This side looks pretty flat, right? So we'll do the same thing on this side. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I get my lion hair to this hair with a flat iron. On a regular day when I'm not like explaining how to do things or anything like that, I can do all of this in like 20 minutes. Again, I want to thank Foxy Bae for sending me these products, but this is not a sponsored video. I'm not getting paid to say anything in this video. But if you would like to try any of these products out, they do also have wands, curling irons, blow dryers, flat irons, and products. I do have a discount code that gives you 60% off. It's just Foxy Leah at checkout. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to see any other hair videos, comment it down below. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. Don't if you don't. Follow me on Instagram if you want to follow me on Instagram. Don't if you don't. But it is all appreciated, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Kinda new with apologies. Holding back, I got history.